Well, a very warm welcome to the Humble Climb. Welcome back for yet another episode. We've got a returning guest, which we're going to get into shortly, but a massive thank you for everybody that continues to show us so much love and lots of support across all our platforms that we're getting lots of DMs at the moment. The merch is out, everything's happening. So a massive thank you to everyone that is supporting our journey as we come to a slow close of the year 2023. But a massive thank you, of course, to Maddie for last episode that came out with the I Am Thirsty. It was a pretty funny taste test. If you haven't had a chance, head back and check it out across YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. But quickly getting into it before I mention our sponsors, we've got Aiva and Agnostiatis, and I can say it because I'm Greek, back on as a returning guest. And this time we've got probably one of the best women to grace the planet in Barb, and I've got a soft spot for Barb. I love Barb. But Aiva and her mum, welcome on the Humble Climb.
Thank you, dear.
I'm going to almost say, and I was thinking about that on the drive here, that I've had a lot to do with your media training because I was one of the first ones that got behind Aves.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that there's a lot of the success has been attributed to the Humble Climb, but that's another story. And I appreciate Aves is obviously repping her merch as well. Where's yours, Bubs?
You didn't give me one, dear. I feel left out.
What about James's one?
James is wearing it.
Is James wearing it?
Stinks.
Yeah.
He hasn't washed it.
I think it's in the wash basket finally.
James is the 12-year-old, is Ava's brother and Barb's son, but at least he got one as well. And before I forget, I've got to quickly get into my sponsors and say a massive thank you because I always cannot forget my sponsors who are always backing us and continue to be the lifeline of this podcast. So a massive thank you as always to Bonza Snowballs, who's been there from pretty much day one. Gigi Herring Kids, you're obviously, as Gigi Herring Kids, you're the biggest ambassador of the theories outside of you and I, but amazing there in Berkeley Street in Huntingdale. A massive thank you to them. Vanilla, we've all been to Vanilla numerous times, so as you can tell, I like my cakes, so I've been there a fair few times, and I was actually having lunch there yesterday, which was awesome. NYC Conveyancing, so for your next time when you come back to Australia, which we'll get back into it, if you need a good conveyancer, we've got you set up. A-class powder coating and abrasive blasting. So anything you need powder coated, whatever it might be, get in touch with George and the team. They're an amazing family business, more importantly, and they treat you like one as a customer. And lastly, coming into summer, we all need our cars washed. JD's Detailing. Now, the good thing that I like about JD, he can even come and pick up your car from you and bring it back to you. Washed, cleaned, interior, the whole lot. So he's running 15% off at the moment as well with everybody that mentions the Humble Climb. So get onto Jordan from JD's Detailing and you'll absolutely never have a more clean car in your time. I took mine the other week and it came back atrocious. No, it came back looking so good. So a massive thank you to Jordan. But what's been happening, guys? Because a lot's changed in 7 months. What's you're all of a sudden I'm putting on TV and trying to have my coffee in the morning, and you're popping up across Sunrise. Then you're popping up with David Campbell across Today's Show Extra, I think it was.
Yeah, that was good.
Then I'm tuning into Sky News to try and do to just check up on the finance, of course. And then there's Peter Stefanovic there. You're in the Herald Sun. You're in the Daily Mail. You name it. Fox Sports, I think, as well.
Gone viral. Oh no, the Project Tonight.
Oh, is the Project Tonight?
Project Tonight, I think. Yeah.
So that's already that happened. That recorded last week.
Yeah, we recorded that last week,
and that goes live tonight. So you've sort of blown up.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's gone viral.
Just a little bit.
How's it all kicked off again? Because I obviously am going to take a lot of credit for your success, being on the Humble Climb. But obviously there's some exciting news which I think will be cool for you guys to share.
Well, we're moving to England.
We're moving.
just a casual, pack
moving.
Everything up and off we go.
We fly over the 31st. Mum's got to wait because the dog's going to be shipped over, but that's happening. We're moving,
That's amazing. So you're moving to London and that's mostly based because of the Alpine F1 Race Her Academy, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
And also the race team that I'll be driving the go-karts with is based in the UK as well.
Dan Holland Racing, is that the one? So has Dan Holland always been a thing or has that become more of a new thing?
That's new. I didn't even honestly know they were a team till I went over there to first race.
Really?
So we went over because Sean, that's part of the Racer Academy, works for Dan.
Right.
So they just put me in there. I wanted to do a couple of European races and now we're going to do a full season. So
when did you first come across Dan Holland?
Oh,
Are we talking
August?
June? Okay.
June?
No, when did we do the first race? Was it May?
First round of BNL, I think it was like June.
Oh, no, March. No,
March.
you went and did the first round of the BNL series, which is basically
Belgium,
mainly
France.
Belgium and France.
Amazing.
So she's done that series this year.
Amazing.
Which is good.
And you've been, talk me through your year so far, if you can, just quickly, just to give people an insight. So Aiva is 16.
Yeah.
Ava's 16. She's just talking through her year and what a weird year she's almost had, in a good way, of course. But January, you fly to where?
The UK.
Yep.
Went through the factory twice with a broken arm once.
Yep.
And then
Feb?
Twice to Europe.
Twice to Europe.
I don't
So
even know the
twice
calendar.
twice to the UK in Jan.
Yep.
Twice to Europe in Feb.
Yep.
March.
Again, once in March. Once in March.
Where to?
Again to Belgium.
Genk.
That was just Belgium, not the UK as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Belgium. April. Easter.
2 trips to Belgium and the UK.
2 trips to Belgium and UK.
Yeah.
May.
Again, I think that was 1 or 2 trips. I think we've done 9 in total. Yeah.
Yeah.
9 trips. She's
It's
done
18 if you go like Belgium, UK.
Yeah.
That's so awesome, man. I love it.
Each time was about 2 weeks. So she'd do 2 races. So she'd go over there the first weekend, usually race in Belgium and France, and then she'd do another race in the UK.
That is awesome.
It
Yeah.
was funny because like the first race weekend would be a bit scrappy because I'd be like jet lagged as hell.
Yeah.
And then the next weekend I'd be like coming out back, get on the right time zone, and then we're coming home. And I was like, oh,
Literally.
for God's sake.
Because you only do like 4 or 5 days at a time, wouldn't you?
We flew in for the car launch. We literally landed at 1 p.m, did that night, had the day there, and flew home the next morning at 5 in the
Do
morning.
you get bored on a plane? Because I
Yeah.
get really bored.
I got my travel sickness tablets, and then I
do
take
you?
my melatonin gummies, and
so
I'm
you're
out.
out. Yeah,
She
okay.
sleeps the whole time.
Really?
I
Yeah.
can't do like 10 trips and just be awake the
Yeah,
whole
I
time.
was going to say. So now you're planning on obviously the whole family's moving. So the amazing Barb, the ever gracious, and I'm going to call him the stud Adam, who I love. I love him to bed. So Adam is obviously Ava's dad and Barb's husband. He's just an amazing, amazing soul once you meet him. So he's obviously going over. And of course, little James. James is 12 or 13?
He's 13 next week.
13 next week. So
Yeah.
amazing.
14th of December he turns.
Wow,
13.
wow. So that goes quick. And James is just doing things in his own path, which is incredible at the moment. And he's going to start rising up the ranks. If he already has started, let's be honest. That kid.
Yeah, he had a pretty good weekend
Yeah.
last weekend.
Yeah.
So they were in Abu Dhabi for 4 or 5
Champions
days.
of the future.
And he won the Champions of the Future as well. So he's
Incredible.
doing amazing things as well. So it's been pretty
I
hectic.
explained that to a few friends last week about what James won to give them an understanding, right? I think we talked about it as well, where I was like, so pretty much what? James is like the under-12 champion of the world.
No, it's
It's not world championships. It's
the
like,
World Championships is a different thing. This was
I'm just going with that.
specific. We can run with that. That's fine.
I'm just,
people won't know the difference if they don't know
running with
motorsport.
it that James is the under-12 champion of go-karting in the world. So James, if he's watching this, which I'm sure he does, but I'm just running with that. So just letting you know I'm pumping your head like a champ. So, but I love it. So talk me through, obviously it's been a super daunting task, but when did you come to the realization as a family that, okay, we're going to do this. We're actually going to move over?
There was talk about it like September, but we didn't really know, like confirm if it was going to happen. Like we were always like, oh, it'd be easier to move over there. And then they were like, oh, come over in November. Start of November, we got the full confirmation.
It was
So,
November
like,
that we
last
kind of
month?
went, okay, this is actually happening.
You know, you've got businesses, you've got great real estate agents that obviously can assist with sales.
Awesome real estate agents at Buxton.
Buxton
Give 'em a
Oakley,
bit of
that's
a
the one. Between Dimmy and Peter Gigi,
Yeah.
everything's possible.
They're not bad.
They're all right. They're all right. Nice guys too. Really like them. And so obviously you've got great agents, so everything's happening on that point of view. But obviously from a schooling point of view, what's that going to look like in overseas?
Oh, I'm going full online.
Oh, everything's
already-
online.
Yeah, so I'm going to finish the schooling program online because I think they're like years change and they got year 13 over there.
Right.
It's just,
Because their year starts in September, doesn't it?
yeah.
When there's summer, because obviously the summer change.
Yeah. So I'm just going to finish online with the Victorian online.
Right.
My school did like a half online program and I was back and forth. But because I'm going to be full-time over there, it's just easier if I just do that.
So you do their program.
We're doing the Victorian VCE program. She's going to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's all on.
Oh yeah. The Kilvington's been amazing this year.
Yeah.
And but to do it all online, she's going with the Victorian online school, which would
Amazing.
be
Amazing. And things are changing, because now it's all of a sudden becoming, and even from a parent's point of view, I find it so fascinating, because obviously you've got, obviously you've got 2 children, but at the moment, let's just say the one that's going through this whole management phase and all these type of things, like it's a bit daunting and scary in a lot of respects, isn't it?
It's been a really steep learning curve.
Yeah.
Even just doing interviews and that sort of stuff. Like, we know racing. We know how to, make them go fast and drive go-karts. Yeah. We don't know all the media stuff and everything. So it's been fun, and I think it's been a really good experience for her. And how many 16-year-old kids get to practice and be in front of the camera and, be interviewed by, Channel 7, Channel 9 and Dim as well.
Dim is big.
We do the best interviews with Dim, I think.
It's good though, because it's good to get that, obviously, that recognition, and then there's a lot more that are going to be coming through, obviously, the ranks of everything. How daunting though was it from a parent's point of view of shifting your family? And that's probably and that's the main reason why I wanted you on as well, is because obviously there's certain people out there, like I know the soccer field as an example, that a lot of the time just the kids will move over.
Yeah.
And they'll be in an academy and the parents are staying back.
Yeah.
But from a parent's point of view, to make that decision to say, okay, we're going to shift our whole family overseas for a period of time. Now, we might be over there for 1 year, we might be over there for 5.
We had the option of sending her over and going down that same pathway. As she's in the academy, she'll have a mechanic or a minder, and, we can sort of transit back and forward. But then we've got James as well that we wanted to take over there. So when you've got both kids, and I think, such a commitment from Aiva, and we want her to have the support network. I don't want to just dump her over there, because I don't think she's going to perform at her best without that support network around her.
Yeah.
So we made the decision that we're going to back them all the way, and I think it's going to be good for us whole as a family. Like it's an adventure. It's something.
Experience, yeah.
Yeah. If it works, all good and well. If it doesn't, what kind of life experience is going to, you know what I mean?
Do it. Yeah. Exactly. So is there a minimum term that you'll be based over there for? I guess contractually?
At the moment, I think it's going to, we're saying 2 years.
Yeah.
That always changes. You know what sport's like. She could have a bad year. She could do really well.
Be there for 2 months and they go, no more. And come back,
it's sport is like that. You perform, it keeps going well. You don't perform, and she's well aware. We're well aware of the risks involved. But unless you're in and you're back at 100%, you'll never know, will you?
Well, it's no different if you're not going to give it. It's that old cliche that you never know. If you don't give it a shot, you won't never know. So, I get that. I get that attachment, because I think to myself that if I was a 16-year-old with any decent sporting ability, which obviously didn't happen, but if I was a 16-year-old with any good, decent sporting ability, I would have wanted mummy over there for sure, 100%.
Yeah, and I think you're going to perform better when you've got a group of people that understand you and know you, and we've been on this journey together from when they were little. Like me and her were at the go-kart track from 7 years old. So whilst I don't have that much to do with stuff at the track anymore, it's nice to come home and have your family there.
100%.
Yeah.
So talk me through, how did you guys go about, like, okay, well, we need to find somewhere to live, and we've got to take our couches over and all these type of stuff. I mean, has that been a Barbara and Adam sole focus at the moment?
Me and Dad, when we went over there, we were looking at houses.
I sent them on a bit of a mission.
Some places.
Nice. Mickey Mouse, huh?
Some places, we're in the middle of a farm, right?
I
in this
sent them on a
cottage.
goose chase.
It was nice, but yeah.
So I heard a funny story, right, about Ange Postecoglou when he first went to London.
Mm-hmm.
This was a verified story from someone very close to him too, is they had settled on a suburb where they were going to live.
Yeah.
And obviously at that time, Ange's main striker at Tottenham was a guy by the name of Harry Kane. And everyone knew Harry Kane. He's England's captain for soccer, Harry Kane. And his wife was like, "You're not going to believe it, Ange. We're living in the same suburb as Harry Styles." And then he turns around and goes, "Harry Styles? how does everyone know Harry Styles and no one can think of Harry Kane in the same suburb, right? And it was a true story as to where to think about. So are you guys like central London or are you like outskirts? How does that all work?
It was the outskirts. Me and Dad actually went, when I was at the factory, I was doing like some training thing, and he goes out and he went into Chipping Norton, where Beckham lives.
No way.
And he's like, we're moving here.
100%.
Just because Beckham's there.
Beautiful little town.
It's
like
so
it's in the
nice.
Cotswolds. It's
Cotswolds.
close to Cotswolds. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that.
But we've had a look at a few suburbs around there, but we've got an Airbnb to start off with because we don't know. Like, yeah.
And then
Bicester.
everything's in storage?
We're putting everything into a container and, yeah, we're kind of working it out as we go, Dim.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But more importantly, the dog's coming over.
The dog's coming. The dog's
flying first class while wearing
He's
paddles.
dogging. That's awesome. The dog's going over. So when do you leave?
31st, I think.
Yeah, about the
Yeah.
31st. they'll leave.
31st of Jan.
I thought it was the 30th. December.
December. Sorry.
Yeah.
And
New
you're flying
Year's on
over
a
with
plane.
New Year's. I was going to say, and you're going with Dad,
Yeah, and James.
and you're flying over by yourself.
Yeah, I've got to wait for the dog.
Because first race meets 5th, 6th, 7th of
Yeah.
Jan
And they're on track
in the UK.
testing, I think, like the second and
or
third.
something.
So what are you taking over? Like, are you taking over all your suits and stuff and helmets and everything, or are they?
We'll just take a race bag with like what we normally take over to race.
Yeah.
And then just fill a suitcase as much as we can.
Yeah.
And then put everything else in storage.
Really?
I'm still trying to work out how, I'm still
I'll
trying to
probably
get my
just
head
bring
around
my winter
things.
clothes and then just leave all the summer. Cause
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
think we're gonna
air
need
freight
them.
some stuff. Yeah, it's still, I'm
And are you
still talking
obviously
to the
next
removalist.
year because obviously you guys have got a lot of family here,
Yeah.
including us.
Yeah.
Are you guys planning on doing trips back?
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah.
We've still got, heaps of stuff here that we've got to take care of and, businesses and all that sort of
I was
stuff.
going to say, yeah.
Yeah,
And
we'll be
how
back and forward.
daunting's that been from a parent's point of view? Obviously, like not income wise, but business wise,
Yeah.
of trying to sort everything out and manage everything. Has that been like just like what is going on here?
It's been hectic. We're putting, at the moment, it's one foot in front of the other and I'm just kind of, when a problem arises, I deal with it. And
Yeah.
that's how I'm dealing with it at the moment. So, at the moment, we're just sort of working out staffing and all the rest of it to make sure everything works. And yeah.
Because obviously, from your point of view, there won't be you'll be working remotely with whatever happens business wise down here,
Yeah.
I imagine. So
We
that'll.
can do that. It's awesome after COVID. Like we can do.
I was going to say that's
yeah.
probably the best thing that COVID gave, right?
Yeah. Even with all the trips overseas this year, like I haven't done all of them, but the ones that I do, like you work out the time difference. Sometimes I'm up 5 a.m. every morning just to work in with what's going on here.
Yeah,
I can do everything online. So
it's
yeah.
just remote. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're staying 20 minutes from the factory? Is that right?
Yeah, I think
At
so.
the moment,
Half an hour.
Yeah.
In Bicester.
Vista.
We first looked at the name and we're telling the guys where we're looking and they were like, Bicester.
I thought it was Bicester. Like
Was
as
it
the way I read it
spelled like
phonetically,
Bicester?
it's
yeah, like
Bicester.
Manchester. Yeah.
And they're like,
Yeah.
where's Bicester?
Oh, no way. And what's it called?
Bicester.
Apparently it's Bicester.
Right. Okay. And how far is that from Heathrow?
An hour and
it's
a
about
half.
an hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think so.
So you guys are just going on a full adventure. I love it.
Yeah. I sent them to have a look at, like, because it's an Airbnb, so I sent them to have a look at it. And
And
Yeah,
it's
so
right near
that's-
Bicester Village, coincidentally, where we found the house.
Oh, really?
It's a factory outlet for designer brands.
Oh, that's mad.
I didn't do that on purpose.
I'm coming. Because which we've obviously discussed, but I am planning on hopefully coming over and seeing you guys in June. When I'm over there I'll be in Greece baptizing my cousin's little one. So I will be, hopefully all going well, coming
please
over
come to London
into
and
London
visit.
just for a week to see you
We
guys.
could go to Greece.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
if we get some time off, we'll go to.
The hard part,
That'd be the best thing about it. We can travel around Europe.
Oh man, you can come to the baptism. See me become a nono, godfather for those that are non-Greek, lingo wise.
If we are free that weekend, Dim will come to
Can you
Greece.
just take it off from now?
Just cut it out.
Just
cut
have
it
to-
out of the
We'll
calendar.
just tell the race team, no, she's not
15th
going
of
to.
June, Dim becomes godfather. Literally.
cute.
But obviously, yeah, so you've got all that happening.
Yeah.
Have you, interested from your point of view, obviously, Aves, now with a lot of this more notoriety that's coming, like as I said, the media scrum has been enormous, which has been amazing because I've even had people from our first ever episode be like, "Hey man, did you know that girl you had on the podcast?" Like they know of you now. A lot of people know of you. That I saw her on Today's Show, or I saw her on XY. I saw her on Daily Mail or whatever. So it's starting to pump out a lot. Have you had any advice from anyone, like hypothetically, like an Oscar Piastri or anything like that, reach out with everything going on?
Not Oscar.
No.
No. I mean, my manager's just been a massive help with that sort of thing. Tom
Is that Tom?
Williamson, yeah.
Yeah. We
He's
love Tom.
been on the phone before every single one, wording me in what to do and how to do it because obviously I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's been a massive help. And mum and dad help when they can, but it's just go for it and just got to learn, I guess.
I love it. And how have you found this whole, have you had to do media training?
No, I haven't done anything.
Nah, literally. Did just sort of prep
Not
you
much.
up as you go?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's had a bit of advice from, people that have sort of helped along the way, which has been amazing. But yeah, this is a big learning curve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have
massive.
you found, I don't know, have you found in any of this new fame, which I know that you'll always keep your head on your shoulders, but have you had any funny experiences with anyone like stopping you on the street or anything like that?
At the track, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the racetrack
At
has
the
been
track,
awesome.
it's been really good.
Lots of love.
Heaps
yeah.
of love.
Actually, I had one person at Chatty when I went there with Marlo.
Oh.
Yeah, I had one person at Chatty
Stop and
pull
say
me
what?
over. They just asked for a photo, and I was
Are
like,
you serious?
yeah, and I have just come from the gym as well, so I looked like a rat. And
They
I was
actually
like,
asked you for a photo.
I
That's
was like,
gold.
I was like, oh, okay.
That is awesome.
But yeah,
That
apart
is
from
that is so cool. I mean, it's just this newfound fame, and you're just taking it in your stride.
Yeah.
Are you from your point of view, always wondering to know, are you I don't know, are you nervous, excited? What are your emotions like leading into a new state, new country, new challenges, etc. at this young age?
I mean, it's kind of chill. I'm just going there to race.
It's chill for her, Dim. She just goes there to race.
Yeah, I
That's
just
it.
go to
Everything
race,
else is
like-
done around there.
That is awesome.
They're kind of just organising everything else.
Yeah.
But
How's obviously I call him my little man, James, because I love him. But how's he going with it all? Like, is he pumped, excited? How's he sort of feeling about it all?
he's excited. I don't think he knows what is actually happening. He just knows he's going to the UK.
Yeah, he's already started. So he's going to be online schooling for the first stint when we're over there.
He's like,
Okay.
Mom, I'm not
And
gonna
I
go
said
back
to him,
school.
I said to him, so, yeah, he doesn't. And I'm like, he's like, I'll just stay online school. I'm like, nah, I go, I'm going to find you a school and put you. He's not happy
he's
about.
like, he tries to find excuses. He's like, I'm like,
And every
"Just
couple of
man."
days it'll pop into his head that he may have to go to school over there, so he'll come with a fresh excuse. Do you know if I stay online, I can do blah blah blah. If I stay online, I'm like, mate.
He's like, if I stay online, I can train and stuff. I'm like, you don't train now. What's going to difference?
That kid's just a different kid though altogether.
He's on another
a
planet.
weapon.
That kid.
Yeah. If anyone gets a chance to YouTube his race from last weekend, it's
Oh
quite
my
interesting as to he started in 9th, didn't he?
He went back to 8th or 9th at the start, and
Yeah.
we thought, and like even Tom, it was like, that's it, we're done, it's over, it's finished. And I'm watching it, like sitting in bed at midnight watching it, going,
I
that's
was
it,
asleep
we're stuffed.
meanwhile. And then I hear this one run up the
Yeah.
stairs and open my door. He won! I
was
shit
screaming
myself
at the
because I
phone.
was out cold. I fell asleep, so I didn't get
He's
to watch
so
it.
beautiful.
The neighbors must have thought I was like, losing my mind
Yeah,
because
hard.
it's midnight and I'm screaming. I'm like, go. But yeah,
And he took it in his stride pretty well.
yeah. I over the finish line, he decided to take both hands off the wheel.
Yeah, and his go-kart just veered
and
to
we
the
just saw him
right.
veer, and I'm like, oh my God, you see him grab this.
And he's like, oh, my go-kart must have been bent because he normally when you take the hands off, it should go straight.
Needs a
It
little
didn't go
alignment.
straight.
Needs a wheel alignment. So,
What did you hit, buddy?
oh, I'm so proud of you. So that's why I wanted to get you guys back on. For it was short and sweet, but just obviously to run through what it's looking like for you guys moving forward, because it's going to be a pretty exciting journey for everyone. As to where it all transpires, the goal for you still in mind, obviously, F1.
Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
big goal.
Yeah, big goal. Yeah, 100%. And now, obviously, you're still part of the Alpine setup. Well, that's the main reason why you're going over there, because you're next to
Yeah.
the factory.
Mhm.
Now, being there on a day-to-day basis, is there going to be a lot more involvement with them?
Hopefully we can go in there a couple times, train. I mean, it's going to be a lot easier to do like race reports and everything.
At the moment now, everything's online on the other side of the world. So when she's interacting with the trainer and for nutrition and everything.
I'll be able to go in.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually better when I'm doing like because I have like a OneNote thing and I do my race reports and I get an extra day to do it because of the time zone. So I'm like, oh, this is sweet. I can rest Sunday and then do it on Monday because like hand in time or something. And now I'm going to
You got to do it on time.
Yeah.
Do you communicate with any of the other girls that are part of the academy?
Yeah, I think like through Snapchat and stuff we kind of communicate.
Yeah.
here
Is
and
anyone
there.
else making the move over?
They all like live over there anyway. So,
So much they don't have to
They're all-
like
they're
they're
all
in
in Europe.
France and Switzerland and
Really?
everywhere.
Yeah.
So
we
you
don't
don't
realise how
have
far
to.
we are.
Literally are.
Just, yeah. And, Yeah, it's amazing the quality of drivers we have in this country, considering we're so far away from everything. Like, yeah.
Yeah, when we went over there for the car launch, one of them literally flew in on the day. It was like a 2-hour flight and flew home.
Wow.
We got like 30 hours of
30
flying.
hours of travel to get to, yeah.
So if I
We
wanted
ate
to
plain food for nearly 3 days.
They
Basically.
gave
That's all
me
we
this
did.
box of like
Oh, yeah, that was
yoga
funny.
mats, foam rollers, all my new kit, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, sweet, I got this kit, but
I'm like, how
am I going to take this home?
It was this massive box. So we're trying to stuff it in
did you get
suitcases.
it in?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, what did
I
we
had
end up
I had a
doing?
lot of stuff in my backpack. I was carrying a yoga mat around the airport, just
Yeah.
walking around with
It was
this
a
yoga
carry-on,
mat.
a yoga mat. Like it was-
To do it on the plane?
Yeah, I was gonna whip it.
I was going to say, yeah, I know, literally. That is amazing. Well, it's an exciting journey, obviously, as a whole family point of view, because you're getting lots of loves coming your way, and we all are so pumped for your journey. That's why I wanted to quickly jump on, get you on before you fly out, and then probably the next photo we'll take after this photo that gets there will be somewhere in Bicester.
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 Bichester.
Yeah.
Bista. And then obviously, so that's what I can't wait for. For people that want to track your progress next year, for anyone watching or listening, how can they do it other than just your Instagram?
Instagram mainly.
So follow Aiva.
It's just Aiva Anagnostiades.
Aiva and Agnostiades on Instagram so you can keep up to date as to what she's doing. Follow little James while you're on it as well.
Yeah,
he'll love it.
James
He's just James Agnostiades.
Yeah.
Follow him. He'll love
He
it as well.
posts every couple of months when he feels like it. Yeah, it's
when
funny.
he remembers that he's got Instagram.
Yeah,
When he
yeah.
won, he did like 3 posts in a
I know,
row.
that's big for him as well.
was
And I was
massive.
like, bro,
I
you're
think he
posting
even-
every
I think
day.
he even collabed.
Oh, I was like, are you
He
okay,
did.
buddy? Because you did 3 posts in a day.
He's the best. On a serious note, wishing you all the very best.
Thank
I'm
you.
so pumped
Thanks.
for your journey. Obviously, we'll be FaceTiming and doing everything from there. So I can't wait to see you guys over from a very proud point of view because you're like a little sister now.
Thank you.
So I can't wait to see it. For everyone that continues to come on, Barb, thank you for coming on for a quick mum episode as to
Thank
what
you,
it's like
Jim.
because it's going to be pretty chaotic for your family. Wishing Adam as well and James lots and lots of kisses. But for everyone else at home, continue to like, love, subscribe, rate, share, do everything that you got to do. YouTube, Apple Podcasts and Spotify is where you can find us. Merch is still on sale, hats and hoodies, so make sure that you get yours and DM. Christmas time's around the corner. What a better Christmas gift than a Humble Climb
Oh,
hoodie.
they're the best.
I like that.
I wear it every
That's a
day.
good idea, Dim. That's a very good idea,
good
Dim. We just
idea,
came up
Dim.
with that one. I love yous and leave yous, and we'll see you next step.